we couldn't do it last night, but we're gonna do it right now for you people. And Leo, man, what's good with you, brother? Yeah,
What
man. So
up,
let's get this
Leo?
let's get this going.
All right, man. So we're gonna start off with SmackDown first. So at the very beginning of the opening of the show, we had a Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar recap, and then of course, man, we got the Usos. They came out. They gave props to the New Day. Giving the New Day their much deserved due. And of course, man, and when you think of the tag team division, you and I, we've said this several times. We feel like the New Day, the Usos, the Wyatts, the Shield, they really, really made the tag team scene relevant, at least in this current era. Because for a long time, WWE, man, they really didn't know what to do with the tag teams, especially when you consolidated both Raw and SmackDown. You kind of had just one big show, just happened to be on 2 different days. It really suffered until these guys came into the fold. But anywho, speaking of tag teams, man, so the New Day, they will announce the 4 tag teams to compete to be the #1 contenders. You got Angel. Yeah, you got Angel and Humberto. You got Cesaro and Mansoor, which is a random tag team. Didn't even know they were a tag team. You got Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Then, of course, you got the Viking Raiders, which sets up our first match of the night, the Fatal 4-Way with all 4 teams. The Viking Raiders ended up winning, which would place them and solidify them as the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. Too cold. Do we see the Viking Raiders being the ones to take the SmackDown chips off the Usos?
Let me start back at the beginning. So you were talking about, the lack of tag teams for a certain point in time. The Mansoor and Cesaro matchup or team up is kind of the thing that WWE's been really doing a lot. Even though you've had the tag teams, you've gotten a lot of these mixed tag teams that just happen to randomly just team together. So, that's kind of the new formula, for how they do tag teams instead of just establishing the established tag teams. But hey, what do I know? You say thoughts on the news of Seth Rollins possibly defeating Roman and taking the title back to Raw. Uh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Bring that back up. Remember that. We're gonna talk about that later. But as far as the tag team division, what you saw is that's all they really have, and that's the sad part about it. It's the fact that when you think, well, damn, who do they got on their roster that's a legit team, and even though Carrillo and Garza are becoming more of a team, and they've been kind of doing something, but then they just been sitting and chilling and catering for a while, like a little bit lately.
Right.
You know, the Viking Raiders seemed like the obvious choice. Just really being honest. So they won, which they should. They're former Raw Tag Team champions, and they were dominating Raw Tag Team champions. So it makes sense that you got to put that, you got to get that new flavor. And I don't. I think we did get the Viking Raiders versus the Usos when they were on Raw, but no one liked that version of the Usos. And
Right.
this version of the Viking Raiders, they seem to be more, even though they are still the Viking Raiders, but they are having a lot more matches. They're doing a lot more in the ring. So I think they can really do something with them. I mean, we saw what they did with the Street Profits. Regardless if you liked it or not, you saw what the entertainment side that the Viking Raiders can kind of bring. So with a team
Right.
like the Usos, you can expect some shenanigans, but I believe you definitely will get a really, really great match out of these two teams, especially like I say, the Viking Raiders. This is the type of thing they need. They need to be in the thick of the competition, and the Usos and New Day, they need competition. So uh, I actually don't have a problem with this setup. If it's for the Rumble, and I hope it's for the Rumble. And if that's the case, then look, do I see them winning? Uh, let's wait. We'll wait till we get to our predictions, and I'll let you know then.